All praise to the Most High through His only begotten Son, Mashiach YAHAWASHI, the one the whole world called ignorantly Jesus Christ. Brother and sister, welcome again on a new lesson, a new video. So this is again to edify the brother and sister, the so-called Latino, the so-called Native Indian, and the so-called blacks or Negro, whatever you want to call it. So what is the purpose of this video? Is to give you, brother and sister, understanding that we sinning against the Most High every day, and with that there won't be no change in our life. It's just gonna be evil every day coming through us. We do not want that. So brother and sister, we must get out of these churches because they do not teach you the law of the Most High. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to edify you with no string attached to it. All you got to do, brother, is to go through the Bible. If you don't have a Bible, get yourself a King James Version, 1611 Bible. Make sure it's a King James Bible. It might not come with the Apocrypha. You can buy the Apocrypha separately. This one is called what? The hidden one, the hidden books. Okay? These were some of the books that the Protestants, they removed from the Bible after they separated from the Catholics. So they used to be the same doctrine or the same people. So without any further ado, it will give you understanding that whatever happened to you, whatever evil happened to you, whether it be in America, in West Africa, Europe, Asia, as long as you are Latino, Native Indian, or a so-called black person, based on your father, not your mother. We ain't dealing here about your mother, based on your father. So you know what? Be sure that God is allowing that to happen because you are not keeping His commandment. Period. If you get a cancer, you know why? Because you are not keeping God's commandment. If you are a woman, you got breast cancer, you know why you get it? Because you have not been breastfeeding the baby. Those are the things. So the Most High, He set everything righteously. But we human beings, we think we know more than the Most High. Without any further ado, I must start. This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all His commandments. Did He say to go to the church? No. He said to do and to observe all His commandments and His statutes, which I command thee this day. That all these curses, is a curse a good thing or a bad thing? It's a very bad thing. It's evil thing, right? So He's the Most High. He knows everything. But today, you brother and sister, you think you know more than the Most High. You don't know. Your pastor doesn't know more than the Most High. I do not know more than the Most High. I am nobody. Okay? I am nobody. Okay? I'm just a servant of who? Christ. Right? And I must do as He commanded. Okay? So I'm going to continue. He said what? And that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. So I'm not going to read all the curses to you. It's just to give you understanding. Right? To feed you the meat that you need to be fine. Why? Because that's why we always go off. Right? The Most High told us, if you keep my commandment, you have blessing. Even though you die today, when Christ returns, you'll be resurrected. Like Lazarus, like most of the prophet. Most of them got resurrected when Christ resurrected. Same day, right? They're gathered from the grave, right? But that's only happened to the righteous. The one that feared the Most High and kept the commandment. If you don't keep the commandment, it's not, listen, you're wasting your time. You must keep the commandment. The law are not done away with. Anyone who teach you so, he's a liar. The truth is not in him. He's the devil, right? Even look at every country is governed by what? Law and commandment and statutes, right? Can you do whatever you want in America? No. Why? Because they have a law. It's the same God with the Most High. So is the law of America above the law of the Most High? No. The law of the Most High is above the law of America, of any country. But since we live in a wicked world, the earth is given to the hand of the wicked, like is written in the book of Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Okay, so you guys need to understand that. So I'm going to jump to verse 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee and shall pursue thee. So the curse is going to follow us wherever you go, wherever you live. Whether you live in New York, you live in Cotonou, you live in Lomé, Accra, you live in Paris, you live in what? Duisburg, you live in Berlin. I'll say, you know, Tajik, is that in Holland, or wherever you live, in Luxembourg. You know, you live in, well, Madrid, it doesn't matter. You live in Louisiana, Chicago, the curse is going to follow you. It doesn't matter. You can have a PhD. As long as you are not keeping the law, the curse is going to follow you. So when you get smite, disease, anything, the car hit you, whatever happened to you, the Most High is allowed it to happen. Why? Because we're living in a wicked world, right? Even the prophet that kept the law, they see went through a lot of hard time. So how about you and I, where we don't keep the law that the Most High commanded? What is going to happen to us? It's going to be worse, right? So I'm going to continue. He said what? Verse 45, moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed. So he didn't say you're going to be saved. He said until you be destroyed. That's why the so-called native Indian, they were put to death by the so-called white people when they came to America. That's what happened to the so-called Negro in West Africa, right? 70 AD, you fled from where? Jerusalem. The so-called Negro fled from Jerusalem 70 AD, from the Roman persecution, from the so-called white people, and run and fled into West Africa and hide over there. Guess what? The Arabs, the one you worship today, being Muslim or whatever you want to follow Islam, the same Arab pursue you and start killing you. Muhammad, that was what he was doing. Muhammad, he killed a lot of Negro. He said, you don't bow down to the rocks. The one in Mecca, I'm going to cut your head off. I'm going to kill you. That's what he did to the Negro. Okay? Was that prophesied in the Bible? Yeah, that is going to happen. Why? Because we hard-headed. We just want to go around, do whatever we want. Voodoo, bro, voodoo, all this wickedness, greed, whatever. No, man, you're wasting your time, man. You're not going to... Listen, with the Most High, you ain't getting away. You ain't going to run away. He's going to smite you hardly, badly. Be ready for that thing, man. When you see earthquake, tsunami, whatever happen, bro, be ready. Know that the Most High is sending it down. All praise to the Most High. But Shema Mashiach, straight up, I'm going to make it clear to you guys. I'm not here to be soft with you guys. I got to make it clear because I'm not like Christian, like the way I used to be. No, that's a deception. Christianity is witchcraft. It's Freemason, same thing. There's no difference. There is no difference between Christianity and Freemason. No, there is no difference between voodoo or witchcraft and Christianity or Freemason. Same thing. It's the same weakness. Okay, because they don't keep God's commandment. They say you can be a faggot, you can be a homosexual, you can be a lesbian, you can be a drug dealer, you can be a killer. You welcome. No, man. God is not dealing with that crap. No. I'm going to continue. Verses 1. He said, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God to keep his commandments. So we don't want to listen to this Bible. Oh, we know everything. I go to church on Sunday. No, man. The Most High ain't dealing with that. The Most High is not dealing with that, man. He never told you to go to church on Sunday. Sunday, the day of the sun. You worshiping the sun. You don't know. The definition is right there in front of you, but we're so ignorant. We're so caught up into emotion. Oh, why this guy talking so rude? Why is so harsh like that? No, man. You got to listen. Christianity is not in the Bible. And this is not by Islam. It's not about Christianity. It's nowhere to be found. Paul was not Christian. Okay, they were named like that, but that was not. They were Hebrew Israelites from different tribes. Okay, I'm going to continue. To keep his commandment and his statute which he command thee, and there shall be upon thee for a sign. What is the sign for? A sign tell you, okay, this is a store. This is a Route 7. This is a highway. This is the drugstore, whatever. That's what a sign. So he said those signs, that's what those curses is going to allow people to identify who are the Israelites, who are the Jew. Okay? So those curses are only placed on the Jew, on the Israelite, the Latino, the so-called Negro, and the so-called Native Indian. Why? Why is that? Because that's how you're going to know them. So these people who call themselves Jewish, that's why they call themselves Jewish. It's not by coincidence. Ish. The surface ISH means turn into is not original. They're faking, right? That's why you gotta read the book of Revelation 2:9 and 3:9. It's clear, right? I ain't gonna read it to you. I'm just giving you the precept. Revelation 2:9, Revelation 3:9. Check it out, right? And I'm gonna continue. Verse 47. He said, because why all these curses coming upon us? Let's see why. He said, because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart. He's talking about your head. He's not talking about your corazon or maybe that little organ within you. No, that organ does only pump blood. Okay, clear. If you haven't seen my other video about difference between heart versus heart, you got to go check it out, brother. I encourage you to go check it for the abundance of all things. So that's why we suffer, right? I'm going to jump to another precept. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 30, verses 15 through 20. He says, see, I have set before thee this day life and good. So the Most High said, he said before us life and good. Let's see what it is. And death and evil. So he said two things. On the right, on the left side, you got what? Let me read. He said, on the right side, you got life and good. Right side, life and good. That's why it's Christ. He said, on the left side, which is Satan, you got death and evil. Which side you want to pick? You got to pick one side. Let's see which one the Most High say. In that I command thee this day to love the Lord thy God. How do you love God? You keep his commandment. You can't just use your mouth, that you pay tithe. God doesn't want your tithe. He never asked you for any tithe. The tithe was in the time of the priest, the Levi priest, but they were taken away after Christ died. Go read the book of Hebrews chapter 7 and chapter 8. It's clear right there. Tithe business is over. You can do alms if you want to. And you don't have to. You got to do it freely from your own mind. No one has to ask you or force you for that. If you want to go help the brother suffering in Nicaragua, El Salvador, Benin, you got to do on your own, straight up. You don't need intermediate or a third party person. You don't need that. Okay? And I'm going to continue. He said, in that I command thee this day to love the Lord thy God, to walk in his way. He didn't say to go to church. He said to walk in his way and keep his commandments and his statutes and his judgment, that thou mayest live and multiply. So he tell you, the only way you can live and multiply, being healthy, fruitful, whatever you want to say, whatever way, guess what? Is by keeping God's commandment. You got to love God. If you love God, you keep commandment. Christ told it, John 14 and 15. If you love me, keep my commandment. What do you want, man? Say, and the Lord thy God shall bless thee in the land whether thou go to. Is anywhere we're going to go to live. America, Europe, Africa, whatever, we're going to be blessed. If we keep the commandment. Continue. I'm going to continue. But if thy heart, if your mind turn away, so thou will not hear, but shall be drawn away and worship other gods. So you want to worship other gods. What are the other gods? Islam, the rock in the Mecca, right? You brother and sister that are Muslim, right? You sister and brother that are what? Christian, right? That's the white Jesus, man. Jesus is not white, man. There is no such thing as a white person on this earth. Christ, YAHAWASHI, YAHAWAH, he got a dark skin just like me. Woolly hair. You see my hair? Same texture of hair Christ got. You never heard this? And listen, everything matters. If your pastor or your daddy, your mommy tell you it doesn't matter, he's the devil. If your mom or your daddy tell you that color doesn't matter, she or he is literally a devil. Why? Because he hate the Bible. He hate God. He hate Christ. Doesn't matter if somebody rob you on the street. Doesn't the color of the person matter? Would you tell the police, oh, the color doesn't matter? Do you say that? No, that's the dumb, stupid, right? Mindset, right? Guess what? Everything matters. And everything written in this book, it matters for us. Okay? Everything matters. So Christ is a dark-skinned person, period. You don't get with it, listen, you're going to cry. It's going to be too late for you. You don't get down with the program of the Most High, you're going to perish. Literally, you will perish. And I'm reading. What did he say? He said, well, and worship other gods and serve them. Let's see what is going to happen to you. Like I just said the word. He said, I denounce unto you this day. So the Most High say, today, from the day he was given it to Moses, he said, let's see what is going to happen. That ye shall surely perish. Ye shall surely perish. He didn't say maybe. So when you read this thing in the Bible, doesn't that worry you? It worries me. When I first read it, it bothered me. I didn't sleep. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep when I first read it. But if you seek in your mind, then it won't bother you. You just keep on moving, doing the same wickedness you do, right? Let's see. He said, I denounce you unto this day, that ye shall surely perish, and that you shall not prolong your day upon the land, whether thou passest over Jordan to possess it. He said, I call heaven and earth to record this day against you. The Most High called heaven and earth to record this day against us. That I have set before you life and death. So the Most High said, the life is where? On the right inside, which is Christ. Death is on the left inside. It's Satan and his angel, right? Let's see. It's a blessing and cursing. So blessing is on the right inside, Christ. Curses, Satan's side, right? Let's see. Curse and cursing. He said, therefore choose life. The Most High literally told us. He said to choose life. That means stay on the right side. How do you stay on the right side? You got to keep the commandment. It's that you say you need a job. Then they give you a job. Then you're like, no, you're just going to stay home and make money. How you stay home, you make money? Lazy ass. Don't you know you got to go to work and do some work? Who's going to give you his free money? Come on, man. Get out of here, man. Right? He said, well, therefore choose life, that both thou and thy seed may live, that thou mayest love the Lord thy God, and thou mayest obey his voice, and thou mayest cleave unto him, for he is thy life. So the Most High is the life. It's not your doctor, it's not your daddy, it's not your mommy, it's not your wife. No, man, it's the Most High. If your kid get cancer, your kid gets smite for anything, the Most High is doing it. Why? Because there's a weakness in you or in your family. You got to figure it out, man. You got to figure it out. You got to keep God's commandment, man. You can't run away from this, man. I'm going to continue. He said, and the length of thy day, thou mayest dwell in the land which the Lord sware unto thy father, to Abraham, Isaac, and to Jacob, to give them. It's not to the whole world, man. is a specific chosen seed, man. Do you understand that? All right. I'm going to jump to another book. So this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 31. And I'm going to read from verse 16. And the Lord said unto Moses, behold, thou shalt sleep with thy fathers, and these people will rise up. So the Most High was telling Moses, he said, these people, they're going to rebel against me. The Most High was telling Moses, he said, these people, these so-called Latino, this Native and these so-called Negro or blacks, he said they're going to rebel against me. You think the Most High don't know your mindset? He knows everything. You can't hide from the Most High. You may hide from me, that's fine. But can you hide from the Most High? Hell no. He's the creator. Are you out of your mind? The CIA hiding something from the Most High? No, the Most High see everything. The angel recording everything that they're doing. The Most High eyes is like what? Is 1,000 times brighter than the sun. 1,000 times brighter than the sun. Okay, I'm going to continue. He said what? He said, and these people will rise up and go a hurry after the gods of the stranger of the land. He said, you're going to start worshiping idol. You're going to start bowing down to voodoo. You're going to start bowing down to a rock. You're going to call yourself Christian. You're going to call yourself Muslim, Buddha, yoga, all these weaknesses. You want to name it. Whatever you want to name it, right? I'm going to continue. He said, whether they go to be among them. That means wherever we're going to be living among these heathen. We live among Arab, then we become Muslim. We live among white people, Christian, then we become Christian. We live among Indian, then we become Buddhist, or whatever you want to name it, or Hindus. We go live in China, then we become Buddhist. All the weakness is always the Negro, the Latino, and the so-called Native. We always follow other people God. Always, we're the only one. But those people don't follow our God. They do not. White people that got a white Jesus, it's for them. Leave them worship their own God. It's for them. Right? I'm going to continue. He said, and break my covenant which I have made with them. Then my anger shall be kindled against them. So the Most High said, man, his anger is going to kindle against us in that day. And I will forsake them. The Most High said he will forsake us. So your pastor praying for you or talking you all these nonsense weakness, the priest, the pope, they're wasting your time. They're lying to you. Right? The Most High said he will forsake you. It's easy. And I will hide my face from them. So the Most High hide his face from you and me. Why? Because we live in the midst of sin. And they shall be devoured. Did the Most High say we're going to be kissed? We're going to be devoured. That's why, guess what? White people shoot black and they don't get no justice. Latino get thrown from America because they call them illegal immigrant, right? But though we know very well that the Native and the Latino, this is their own land. Isn't this the land? We're not the first one living in this land before white people came from Europe. What is the matter, man? Why you hate the truth so much? What is the matter, man? And you make books, fake everything, deceive the people. What is the matter, man? You don't agree with me? Hey, get it with the Most High, man. Call the Most High and complain. If you don't like this thing. He said, well, he said, and there shall be devoured and many evils. So the Most High, many evils is going to come upon us. He didn't say sweet thing. He said, many evils and trouble. You see, and trouble shall befall them. So that, he said, well, so that they will say in that day, are not this evil come upon us because our God is not among us? Yeah, that's how we're trying to figure out now, right? And I will surely hide my face. The Most High says surely. That means there's nothing you can do. You can pray, sing, go join the church or whatever you want to do. The Most High listen to you. Okay, because we know in the book of John 9:31 to 32, the Most High does not listen to sinners. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time. He said, I will surely hide my face in that day for all the evil which they shall have wrought, in that they are turned unto other gods. You want to be Muslim? You want to worship the Kaaba stone? You want to worship the cross? You want to bow down to the white Jesus? You want to bow down to voodoo in West Africa, Haiti? The Most High got you, man. It's not me. The Most High got you. He said, now therefore, write ye this song for you. So the Most High told Moses, write this song. Let's see what the song say. And teach it the children of Israel. He said the whole world, the children of Israel. Let's see. Put it in their mouth. That means you have to know it. We're all supposed to know this song, but we don't know it. When I never knew this song, nobody ever sing me. They just sing me, hallelujah, Jesus is good, da da da, sweet Jesus, baby. No, man, get out of here, man. So I'm going to continue to say, he said, well, this song may be a witness for me against the children of Israel. So the Most High, on the day of the judgment, he's going to bring this song out. So you have your Bible. Remember, it's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 31. Read verses 16 through 21. Read it very well. Make sure you read it. And question your lying pastor your lying pope, all the wicked liar that you have around you, deceiving you with Christianity. Christianity is not in the Bible. I'm sorry. It's not in the Bible. I used to think it was in the Bible. It's nowhere. You find the word only one time. Get out of here, man. He said, now I'm going to continue to say, for when I shall have brought them into the land which I swore unto their father that floweth with milk and honey, we have everything we need. But guess what? The Most High delivered from the Egyptians, still from slavery, captivity. Guess what? We still rebel against the Most High. Let's see. And they shall have eaten and filled themselves and wasn't fat. That means, yeah, good time, yeah, good for everything, right? Then will they turn unto other God. After the Most High bless you, give you everything, then you become Muslim. Then you become Christian. You become Voduno. You become Bokotono. All this weakness, man. Come on, man. When you grow up, use your mindset. You can't just live for money. That's evil. Literally evil. One thing is to work, but you got to devote your life to the Most High. Keep His commandment. Teach your kid. Put them into check. That's the Most High, man. I'm going to continue. He said what? He said, and provoke me and break my covenant. The Most High said we will break His covenant. Now let's see what's going on. And it shall come to pass when many evils, just already, many evil is not many evils and trouble are befallen them, that this song shall testify against them as a witness. That's why they made Ebola from here, Virginia, and took it to West Africa and killed almost like 15,000 Negroes. Isn't that amazing? The Most High allowed it to happen. He already told you, you don't keep my commandment, evil is going to follow you. Death, disease, war, everything, you're going to get devoured. He didn't say you're going to be, he said you're going to be devoured. Listen, the Most High is not playing game. He creates good and evil. So if you listen to Him, He will deliver you. You don't listen to Him, He will smite you. Easy, man. That's how the Bible is, man. It's Christianity. I used to believe all those weakness. Now, it's over, man. Right? And I'm going to continue. He said what? He said, well, and it shall come to pass when many evil and trouble are befallen them, that this son shall testify against them as a witness. This is the son that's supposed to be teaching you at your church, right? For I know the imagination which they go about, even now, before I have brought them into the land which I swear. So, the Most High already made it. So I'm going to go to the book of Daniel. This is the book of Daniel, because the prophet Daniel, he saw the same thing, right? This is the book of Daniel, chapter 9, verse 3 through 15. I'm reading. It said, and I set my face unto the Lord God to seek by prayer and supplication with fasting and sackcloth and ashes. So he did all those things. Daniel, he had to do all those things. He did all those things, right? So to ask the Most High to reveal him understanding. And I pray unto the Lord my God and made my confession. He didn't say the God of the whole world. He said, my God is a possessive. And said, oh Lord, the great and dreadful God. He's the only dreadful God. It's not Allah, Muhammad. No, man. They can't do anything, man. They can't do anything. The white Jesus, he can't do a damn thing, man. He's the Most High. If anybody does something, understand. The Most High either move it through the power of Christ or either through the power of Satan. He got away either way. The Most High operate both ways. He balanced everything. He created good and evil. You Christians do not understand it. You don't get it, man. He said what? And he said what? He said, oh Lord, the great and dreadful God, keeping the covenant and mercy to them that love him. So the Most High only deliver the people that love him. If you keep the commandment, the law of the Most High, he will love you, he will deliver you. That's what he's saying here. That's what Daniel said. And to them that keep his commandment. So they hell with the pastor, they hell with the pope, telling you you are homosexual, you can't come. If you molest little boy, priest molesting little boy, 3 years or 5, 6 years, say that, what? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? This is not to be found in the Bible. It's not in the Bible. He said, we have sinned, this Daniel. He said, we have sinned and have committed iniquity. You Christians don't want to acknowledge. And have done wickedly and have rebelled like you do until today, until this day. Even by departing from thy precept and from thy judgment. He said, we don't study the Bible. Where are the precepts of the Most High found? It's in the Bible. He said, neither have we hearkened unto thy servant the prophet. People don't want to listen to us. When we go on the street trying to preach the people, teach the people, they don't have time. Or sometimes they'll look on us down because we are so-called black or nigger. They'll be looking on us down. But if it was a so-called white man, they'll be like, yeah, yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Come on, man. Why dreamers doubt that way to seek love? Why you do that? The Most High told you, why do you? That's evil, man. Get out of here, man. I'm going to continue. He said what? He said, which spake in thy name to our kings, so that we speak in the name of Christ. We speak in the name of Christ, right? I'm going to continue. Our princes and our fathers, and to all the people of the land. O Lord, righteousness belongeth unto thee, only to the Most High. But unto us, confusion of faces, as at this day. To the men of Judah, is talking about the so-called Negro, okay? Levi, Benjamin, Judah, right? And to the inhabitants of Jerusalem, all the Israelites. Now, I'm going to go deep. And unto all Israel that are near. Now, guess what? The Israelites, we were scattered because it was a prophecy, because we break God's commandment, he was scattered through the four corners of the earth. We'll be living everywhere. That's why Paul had to go preach in Greek, in Rome, in Thessalonica. That's why he went there, because the Jews were scattered, they were living over there. Okay? Understanding. Paul didn't want to preach to the heathen or like to the other nation. No. He wanted to preach specifically to the Israelites that were scattered over there through their rebelliousness. Like the way you live here today in America. Isn't the same thing? I'm going to continue. He said, and unto all Israel that are near and that are far off, through all the country whether thou hast driven them, because the trespasses that they are trespassing against thee. So we sin against the Most High. That's why he scattered up. Do you understand that, Christian? The reason why you see Negro, Latino, and Native Indian scattered throughout the four corners of the earth is because what we break God's commandments. So he's sifting out like the way you sieve corn. When you sieve corn like this, it go through all the four, like whatever direction, north, south, east, west, but all four corners. That's what he's telling you about here. Let's continue. He said, oh Lord, to us belong a confusion of faces, to our king, to our princes, and to our father, because we have sinned against thee. To the Lord our God belong mercies and forgiveness. Only the Most High have that mind to do that. The Pope cannot do it. The priest cannot do it. Your pastor cannot do it. I'm going to continue. Though we have rebelled against him, neither have we obeyed the voice of the Lord our God to walk in his law, which he said before us by his servant the prophet. We try to teach you the law, but you don't want to listen. Yea, all Israel have transgressed thy law, even by departing, that they might not obey thy voice. Therefore, that means consequently, cause effect, right? Like you learn in English, right? English class, cause effect, right? Let's see what happened. He said, therefore, the curse is poured upon us, and the oath that is written in the law of Moses, the servant of God, because we have sinned against him, and he hath confirmed his word which he spake against us, and against our judges, that judge us, that bring upon us a great evil. You see, great evil, right? For under the whole heaven had not been done as had been done upon Jerusalem. So the way black, Latino, and Native Indians suffer, no other nation can suffer like that. It's impossible. I say impossible. That's why Trump hit on the Native Indian and the so-called Latino, talking about their illegal immigrant. This land belongs to them, man. They got to pack the thing and go back to Europe. Where did they came from? Not even from Europe. They got to go to Mount Sinai. That's where they came from. That's the origin. He said, well, as it is written in the law of Moses, all this evil, as it written, like I read to you in the book of Deuteronomy, those are the book of who? Moses. That's why Daniel reading from that book. He said, as it written in the law of Moses, all this evil is come upon us. Yet we made not our prayer before the Lord our God, that we might turn from our iniquity and understand thy truth. Therefore had the Lord watched upon the evil and brought it upon us. For the Lord our God is righteous in all his work, which he does. Which he does it. He does it. Right? So with that, brother and sister, so I must say, all praise to the Most High through his only begotten Mashiach YAHAWASHI. And I must say, I hope this video was edifying. Shalom.